You think Steve will still love me when I look like this?
Yeah, because you're going to take good care of yourself and you're not going to turn into that.
We can't predict the future. Hey guys, it's Ivory. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I have a very special guest. Nikki is here.
Hi.
We have been friends since college. She was actually my husband's friend first in high school, but I took her afterward. She is here today because she does theater makeup in the past. She minored in theater actually, so she was able to do this side. I did this side off of camera, so you will not be seeing me do this. We created this look. I like to think of it as like worst case scenario, I aged and I am just not accepting of it, and to compensate for my old age, I just am like really sloppy with my makeup and I'm just kind of piling it on and thinking that it was gonna settle into my face the way it used to on this side.
Yeah.
And then we even gave me like a bob, which I'm like, ew, I look like my mom. It's so weird.
Yeah, and she didn't dye her hair yet.
No,
So
I am late on touching it up. So see, I try to keep it black.
She could use a trim.
But it's been a couple months since I had my last touch up. So yeah, this is the look that we came up with. Before we get into the video, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I post new videos every Wednesday and Sundays. So let's just get right into it. Okay, so I actually did this side off of camera. I always do this type of look, like a smoky, neutral eye. Nothing is really different, so I kind of just skipped that. So we're just gonna move on to this side.
So to start with, I want to accentuate a mole she has. It's very cute and little.
Yeah, you
baby.
can barely see it.
It's a little baby one. So I'm going to use a Kryolan product called Artex. So part B has to be mixed first in order to use it, and then it's parts 1:1, the ratio. And you only get 5 minutes to work with it. You don't need much because I'm just using a tiny bit. This is always the weirdest part. It takes some finagling, and you want to apply it to clean skin.
I'm really excited about looking ugly though.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. Okay, so we're still waiting for this to dry, which is totally okay. I want to first start with shadows. I know some people like to start with highlight. What I'm going to ask is for Ivory to make loads of bizarre face shapes, because that's how I can find out how she moves and how she will think, and that's going to affect and impact who she is as an older lady. First, I'm gonna just go with your common features. So this is kind of opposite of beauty makeup. So rather than highlight, I'm going to start doing a shadow.
So basically everywhere that you have like a crease or a wrinkle, you want to add this.
Another thing, because her skin's so cute and nice, that it's hard to see. I know, she makes faces, but it's hard for her to even have bags under her eyes, so I have to envision what that might look like. So sometimes it might require you to turn in different angles so I could get a visual of where you could possibly in the future get one, if you do.
That's never gonna happen.
Yeah, so now from this angle I can see.
I'm gonna have a lot of work done when I hit 40. Just
But
you
you're
watch.
so cute.
I'm gonna look like Janice Dickinson. This is just me living a hypothetical fantasy, okay? I will never be
Ever.
I would never let it happen.
Yeah, never.
I'd die before I
makes me
let
laugh.
anyone see me get ugly.
Oh dear God.
I'm totally
So
kidding.
this part we're gonna sink in. It looks kind of goofy right now, again, because I'm using too small of a brush. Also, another thing that's super important, character doesn't stop on the face. Character is everywhere that's visible by the audience. But obviously in our case, we're just kind of dealing with different things today. So I'm just going to take it down the neck a tiny bit. A good way is to follow natural necklines. And I'm just using that one, right? And that not all lines are perfect. Sometimes they are. Sometimes it's better to, sorry, Yeah, that you'll want to trace some of these.
Say if a person says, I'm 49 years old, what is like the biggest tell that they're older?
Lips and eyes and hands.
Hands.
Hands
for
are
me.
huge.
You would think that they
that.
had like a surgery where, or like
Something,
Botox for the
yeah.
hands where it could age them better.
Right. Yeah, that's an interesting thought. I don't know. There's new stuff that comes out all the time.
Because they do it for people's faces. I don't know why they
Right.
didn't think like, oh, make my hands look young too. Because, I mean, like, you look at Christy Brinkley and she's beautiful.
Right.
I mean, I don't know if she's had work done. I would assume so because she's like defied the laws of age.
Yeah.
But her hands are a huge tell for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
You know who I'm gonna look like when I grow up, when I get work done, if I ever do that?
Oh, God.
I'm joking, by the way. Like, I don't think I'd ever get work done, and if I do, I would hope that...
It'd be minimal.
Yeah, it'd be like, oh, just like a little bit here, a little bit there. I don't want to look like... Who's the MILF from American Pie?
Oh.
Jennifer Coolidge?
Yeah.
When I watched her in Cinderella Story with
Oh,
Hilary
yeah.
Duff, and she's like, I can move my face again!
Yeah, no
She was
thanks.
so excited.
I would be so mad at you. Also, with old age, you'll find that areas that are more careful or delicate, like the eye area, the nose area, lip region, hands, or places that either get a lot of sun or delicate thin skin, that capillaries or blood vessels are going to be a lot more apparent. So today I have just your normal Ben Nye. So I'm just using water in a really thin brush. I want to bring a little bit of red in the eye area. I'm gonna just kind of gently create, keep looking up please. And just remember, the thicker and more visible the line, that's closer to the skin. So then, wherever there's shadow, there has to be a highlight. So I'm going to drag this color and I'll blend it, obviously.
So wherever there is this brown shadow, you really want to add a highlight.
Mm-hmm. Playing with the light. You're changing how you want someone to see you. And blending really is a huge part of that.
What ingredient is like in theater / film makeup that makes it better than, say, my regular makeup? Do you know?
It's actually starting to change now. I think it was all about the pigment and, see, this is how I fix a mistake. Yeah, I'd say that it has to do with the pigment and texture. But nowadays they are starting to switch to like MAC, for example. Mm-hmm. Because they're coming up with different types of lights. So these LED lights don't throw heat and things like that, even though ironically creams melt with heat. They would sometimes stay because of the oil. But now that there's other products coming out, it doesn't matter as much. But it's all about that pigment.
What would you say is like a makeup theater faux pas? Like, is there any?
Well, not blending like I'm kind of doing today. That's definitely not good. Mismatched color and doing too light of a color when you go on stage. Also, not knowing.
Okay, so it's pretty similar to like just
Yeah.
the makeup
Yeah.
world in general.
Mm-hmm. Or like, say for example, this is more like proscenium stage, so more far away makeup. As opposed to film, everything has to be super, super intricate and tiny. Like this is really obviously ridiculous looking. So what that would do is just kind of make an audience from very far away go, holy cow, she's, very skinny. She looks maybe perhaps sickly. Is she sick? Like, so those are things you'll go into character of, you have to do a lot of research on your character. So if you did not do research, then you'll ruin it for the audience.
Okay, so she's gonna work on this mole. So we're using a mixture of these things. So all three. So we're using the brown from this wheel, It's the Bruise and Abrasions by Ben Nye, and we're using this blue from the Krylon Zombie Wheel.
Yeah, possibly the red or yellow and brown too. Haven't decided yet.
These two. And we're gonna use the Olive Light Medium Contour Wheel. What shade are we using? This
Probably the brown, maybe some of the black to emphasize things, but again, artistry. Is it weird?
So gross. It looks like I should be serving you your lunch.
Oh.
So are we re-intensifying?
Yeah. Because again, I wasn't a huge fan of that kind of brown on you, so I mixed the cinnamon color from the contour wheel and the brown from the zombie to hopefully help intensify aspects of some of these. So I'm grabbing some yellow just to kind of add some weird discoloration. This is from my zombie wheel. You can use this for freckling, so you could also achieve like this look with like say a brush that you can make super watery stuff and kind of flick it on someone. It looks a lot more realistic, if I may say. Because she's a kooky lady, we're gonna give her an intense
rouging.
Yes, like she just doesn't pay attention to where her.
I just want it on my cheeks.
Yeah. So these are all different Krylon creams, really funky colors, but today I'm going to use this teal color. I don't remember its name, I apologize. So using this color can really make you look goofy or strange if you misuse it like we are today.
We're going to use this mint green right here, and we're just going to add that onto the green.
Yeah, I'm going to just put it along here because you know how some people do that like white liner.
And then on top, I'm gonna add the Glamour Sparks by Krylon. This is in the shade
green.
Green.
Yeah.
It's just green, literally.
It is so ridiculous.
Okay, so we're gonna use this
hot
pink.
I don't know, fuchsia hot pink. And I'm just gonna ask her to, again, kind of pucker her lips because we wanna maintain those stripes. Those lines in the lips. And I'm going to just kind of apply it sloppily because we've decided that she doesn't actually care about where her lips are.
Mm-hmm. Ew.
So to properly set it like you would any other makeup, you would powder and then use your final spray. You could also use water to maintain it. It's very satisfying, I think.
To add some grays to my hair, I'm using the Ben Nye Ivory hair color and then brushing that through with like this type of brush.
Toothbrush works too, but this is what I have.
I actually started getting gray hairs like in 8th grade.
Really?
Mm-hmm. My dad
crazy.
is like that's basically all gray and silver.
Wow.
And I get it from him.
So there's an idea of what you could do. You can make it your own. Obviously, there could be continued work on blending and all that jazz, but I just wanted to present an idea to you. So.